I was having a conversation with one of my friends who is a leader of a pretty large organization. And he was telling me that he was feeling overwhelmed by the number of meetings that he's expected to attend. That his calendar is always fully booked out. And here is what I told him: the higher in the organization that you go, the more free time you should have on your calendar. For two reasons. First, you need to have time to think about the most strategic and the most important priorities that you want to achieve, and ideating and thinking about how do you either put in place systems and structures so that you can actually support your team achieving those outcomes, or in terms of ideas about how do you figure out, how do you solve the biggest hurdle in your team achieving the outcomes that you've set out to achieve, or figuring out how can you create things, or how can you put in place systems, processes, structures that significantly improve your team's productivity and their ability to achieve what they are trying to achieve, or to firefight and address anything, any situation that is developing which requires immediate and urgent attention. That's as far as you can go, but it cannot be every day that you are putting out fires. That's not your job. If that's happening, then what your job is to identify what is causing those fires, the underlying cause, and go and fix it. And in order for you to be able to do that, you need to have time on your calendar with enough mental bandwidth to be able to think in terms of systems, to be able to think in terms of structures, to be able to think in terms of the processes, to be able to think in terms of what is the real problem and how do you creatively solve the problem within your resources so that those fires stop coming up. You need to have, and you need to create those time on your calendar. Now the second question that he asked me was, okay, how do I do that? And here is what I told him. If you're not contributing to a meeting, don't go to that meeting. Instead, ask someone to summarize it and read the summary, or listen to the recording at a 1.5 or a 2x speed. Saves time and attention. Number two, every quarter, look at your calendar and free up 1 hour. Remove one meeting every day that you are already booked on your calendar that you think you do not need to attend. If it is important for you to attend, or for someone senior to be in that role, in that meeting, identify someone on your team, give that responsibility to them, that they are supposed to represent you in those meetings. Does two things. Number one, frees up your time. Number two, it gives them the sense of responsibility. It makes them feel good. It trains them in terms of how you are thinking and how you would react in a given situation. So you are not only freeing up your time, you are also building your next set of leaders who can then take over as and when needed. Leaders build leaders. Think about it. Take care.